Well, we know it's warm out. It's been that way a lot here lately, and with
Thanks,
that
Jim.
warmer, you're welcome. With warmer weather, Memorial Day approaching, it only means one thing for many: boating season.
We love it. So while boating is a blast, making sure you and others stay safe is a top priority. So today we are welcoming boat education coordinator Marcus Bowling to tell us how we can be safe and have some fun this summer with boating. So thank you for joining us. Yep. We truly appreciate you being here, especially because Jim can't swim.
I can swim fine, but there are a lot of people that can't, right?
Yep.
And you're here to kind of talk us through some of that,
Yep.
right?
And so we're going to talk about life jackets because that's the most important thing with boating. That's our seat belt in a boat, basically. But today is wear your life jacket to work day. So we're going to demonstrate.
I get
So we're going to let each of you put a life jacket on.
Which way does it go?
And while y'all are doing it, we're going to talk about the 4 things that make a life jacket legal on the water.
Okay.
So the very first thing is before you buckle it up, let's show on the back. We'll make you do it twice. Pull it off.
Oh, pull it off again? I had a hard time getting it on, Marcus.
I helped it off for you. So when you go to the store to buy a life jacket, any life jacket you pick up has a label on it.
Okay.
The first thing you're looking for on the label is it says Coast Guard approved. There's lots of life jackets out there on the market, but if it does not say Coast Guard approved, that doesn't qualify for you to have it on a boat. And if all of us are on a boat together, each one of us have to have a life jacket.
Okay, we have to have it, right?
Yes, have to have it. Don't have to have it on.
But
now,
you have to have it for the number of people.
Yes,
okay.
that's right. If there's 20 people in a boat, you have to have 20 life jackets.
Okay, I got you.
And the next thing I'm going to demonstrate the rule is, how easy is that? So now can you get it buckled?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Jim.
I mean,
Jim, that's
not even it.
Here.
No,
it's up top.
No,
Jim.
there's one up here.
Yep.
Here it is.
Oh, here's that one.
Here.
The point is, no, I can't get it.
Well, and the point is, I did this to you on purpose. I kind of rigged you up.
Of course you did.
So you've got to adjust it to make it fit you, okay? So, and it's important when you find a life jacket that fits you, you keep it and you take it with you. You just don't go to another person's boat and expect them to have a life jacket, because in an emergency, they may give you a life jacket, but if it's an emergency, is that going to work for you?
No,
Right.
no, it's not.
You want to
at
know,
all.
like, this is my personal life jacket, and wherever I go, it goes with me, and it fits. I already have it adjusted and made to work right, okay?
Yeah.
So like India here, she's got hers done, right? So a life jacket, if it's got zippers and buckles, has to be zipped and buckled to be legal, all right? So what do you need to do to make yours fit? We got to adjust it.
We got to loosen this thing up. I won't be able to breathe if I get this thing snapped.
So the second requirement on a life jacket, besides being Coast Guard approved, is it has to fit the person it's for.
Okay.
Like, you can't hold up an infant life jacket and say, this is my life jacket. It's got to be one that fits you, okay?
What is wrong with you, Jim?
Oh, I missed it again.
You really don't know how to deal with a life jacket. Marcus, I'm so glad you're here to help us.
I mean, I was putting the buckle on the wrong thing. I would be in trouble right now.
You would.
Life-threatening situation.
So we'll use this as an example.
Okay,
so when you
thank
go
you.
to the store and you try your life jacket on, after you get it on, you've got to cinch it down. And I always tell everybody, after you cinch it down, cinch it again.
Okay.
Because no matter how tight it is, am I bothering you? Is it hurting?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Right. Because if you go in the water, the first thing that happens in an incident or an accident is your arms come straight up. And then if your life jacket doesn't fit properly, it flies off. And then not having a life jacket's no good. So when you're in the store and you check and make sure it's Coast Guard approved, and then you get it on, have somebody that's with you come and take a hold of it like this. And if I can pull that and it comes up and touches your nose or your earlobes, too big.
Okay.
And then you can try on a different size.
Stuck in my jawline, so we were good. Yeah.
So that's 2 things. The third thing is a big word like refrigerator. It's called readily accessible. So if I said readily accessible, what do you all think that would mean?
You can get to it easily.
Quick and in a hurry. That's exactly right. A lot of times we'll pull up to a boat and we'll say, we need to see your life jackets, and then you'll see the person disappear under the front deck, and you'll see his feet, and you'll see rope and anchors and everything coming out. Not readily accessible. Because if you have a boat accident or an incident, you've got to be able to get to it quick and in a hurry. And I say life jackets are just like seat belts. Like, do you all remember putting your seatbelt on when you get in a car?
Absolutely.
First thing.
Each and every time.
Yeah.
You remember putting it on, though?
Yeah. No.
You know why? Because it's a habit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so
I got
your
you.
life jacket needs to become a habit, too. When the boat's moving, you need to have your life jacket on. You need to wear it all the time, but at the very least, get in the habit of when the boat's moving, have your life jacket on. Okay?
Okay.
So then it's a habit. And then when you take it off, when you stop, where's your life jacket at? It's wherever you are.
Right. Okay.
So
that makes perfect sense.
And the last thing that makes life jacket legal is it's got to be functioning. Like if the buckles are broken or the zipper's broke, it's not going to work. So then you have to replace it.
So which is better, the buckles or the zipper? Does it matter?
Both. I like having zippers and buckles. The more I feel like I'm latched in, the better off I am. But both are fine, because if you do the test and pull up on it and it doesn't come up too big, you're going to be okay, because it's not going to come off.
Now you had a program too, like a borrowing program. What's that?
Yes, it's Life Jacket Loaner Stations. This is our second season for running it. We partner with individuals, groups, or organizations, and we put life jacket loaner stations out at places where they're canoeing, kayaking, and paddle sports. And if you don't have your life jacket when you get to the water, you can borrow one. And then at the end of the day, you bring it back and you put it back up.
How can we find more boater safety?
Boater safety, the best place is go to our boating, fishing, and boating guide.
Okay.
You can find it online at fw.ky.gov. Anywhere you buy a hunt or fishing license, we have the magazine there. And in the back is the whole boating section. Online tells you about the life jacket loaner stations. So all of our information is online or in our guide.
Excellent. All right. Well, we appreciate it. This is life-saving information that people might not know. You know.
Yep. Memorial Weekend kind of kicks off boating for the summer,
right.
And it goes all the way through Labor Day. But I can't iterate how important it is to have your life jacket.
And let me also say this too. Let me ask you about this, because you see people that are using illegally alcohol on boats. That's a big no-no, right?
Yes. It's driving a boat, operating a boat is no different than driving a motor vehicle. Impaired driving is in the top 3 for boat accident incidents, and of course inattention. So driving the boat, looking at your telephone, texting, or looking at your electronic equipment on your boat, that's the number 1. So you need to pay attention, and drinking and boating doesn't mix.
Well, thank you so much for being here and making us all aware about our...
I appreciate y'all having. Y'all going to wear those the rest of the day, correct?
Unfortunately, someone can't breathe over there.
I can breathe just fine.
The whole time he was choking. It's fine.
Marcus, we appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me.